Finally, you found this. I, Archangel Michael, am getting married and you must come, no matter what. This is a once-in-a-lifetime invitation to witness God Himself. And to stand among the archangels, but hurry open this before the wedding begins in 1 minute. My beloved child, you did not arrive here by accident. You felt a pull, a quiet urgency in your spirit, a sense that this moment was already written before you took your first breath. I speak now not to your ears, but to the deepest place within you that has been waiting for confirmation. What you are sensing is real. Heaven has opened a door, and you are standing at its threshold. Something huge is waiting for you. Not later. Not someday. Right here, in this moment where doubt fades and awareness awakens. Many pass by this doorway without seeing it, but you stopped. You felt the weight of it. You felt the significance pressing gently against your heart. This is not spectacle, it is summons. Not noise, but meaning. Something huge is waiting for you, and your presence has already been acknowledged beyond what you can see. Listen carefully now, because what unfolds is layered with mystery and purpose. This is not about a ceremony as humans understand it, but about union, alignment, and witness. A convergence of realms where truth stands unveiled. You are being invited to observe what few are prepared to comprehend. The joining of duty and devotion, of protection and promise. This is why your life has felt like preparation, why certain doors closed without explanation, why patience was carved into your character through silence. Nothing was wasted. Everything refined you for awareness. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires eyes that can see beyond form, beyond fear, beyond distraction. Stay present, because every word you hear now is positioning you closer to understanding why you were drawn here. Remain still within yourself and let the meaning settle. This is not about rushing, even though the moment feels alive with intensity. Heaven does not hurry, yet it never delays. What is unfolding does so with precision, and you are standing exactly where you need to be to witness it. Feel the shift happening inside you as expectation turns into recognition. You are not here to be entertained, you are here to remember. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is connected to who you are becoming, not who you were. Do not look away from this moment. Let it mark you. Let it speak to the future that has already begun forming around your obedience, your endurance, and your willingness to listen. My beloved child, the moment continues to unfold, and you are still here because your spirit recognizes the weight of what is being revealed. This is not an invitation that fades when the screen closes, it lingers, it echoes, it follows you into thought and feeling. You are sensing a gathering, not of crowds, but of purpose. A sacred alignment where every presence matters. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is drawing closer with every breath you take in awareness. This is why your attention feels sharpened, why distractions fall away. You are being positioned to witness meaning, not spectacle, truth, not illusion. Stay with this moment, because what is approaching does not announce itself loudly, it reveals itself to those who remain attentive. Now understand this, what you are being invited into is not reserved for the perfect, but for the willing. Heaven does not measure worth the way the world does. It responds to openness, to humility, to those who do not turn away when mystery appears. You are here because you did not turn away. You sense that something huge is waiting for you, and you chose to remain. This is the crossing point where curiosity becomes clarity, where anticipation becomes recognition. Feel how the atmosphere shifts as understanding deepens. This is not about urgency born from fear, but readiness born from truth. The invitation carries responsibility, because to witness is to be changed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will quietly reshape how you see your life, your timing, and your place in the greater design. Let this awareness settle gently, without resistance. You do not need to rush forward, you only need to stay present. The unfolding is precise, intentional, and deeply personal. What you are perceiving now will make sense later in ways you cannot yet predict. This is how heaven works, first the stirring, then the clarity, then the transformation. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not separate from your journey, it is woven into it. As you remain here, listening, feeling, allowing, you are already standing closer than you realize. Do not underestimate this moment. It is alive with meaning, and it knows your name without needing to speak it. My beloved child, you are now standing at the edge of understanding, where anticipation becomes awareness and silence carries weight. What you feel is not imagination, it is recognition. The reason this moment feels different is because it is. You have crossed an unseen threshold simply by staying present. Many would have left by now, distracted or doubtful, but you remained. That choice matters more than you know. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to those who do not rush past the subtle call. This is how destiny whispers before it ever speaks aloud. Your attention has tuned you to a frequency where meaning can finally reach you. What unfolds now is deeper than symbolism and larger than expectation. This is about alignment, when what you have been carrying inside finally meets what has been prepared outside. Think of how often you felt out of place, as if your timing never matched the world around you. That was not delay, it was calibration. Every pause refined your awareness, every unanswered question strengthened your capacity to witness truth without fear. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not arrive to impress, but to confirm. You are beginning to understand that this invitation is not about being chosen above others, but about being ready when the moment appears. Readiness is rare, and you earned it through endurance. Stay steady now, because the meaning continues to deepen. What you are witnessing is a convergence, of purpose, of calling, of remembrance. This is where scattered pieces begin to align, where past confusion quietly transforms into clarity. You may not yet have words for what is forming within you, but you feel its weight and its peace at the same time. That is how you know it is real. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not distant or unreachable, it is unfolding through your awareness right now. Let this moment anchor you. Let it change how you move forward. You are not merely observing something sacred. You are being prepared to carry its impact into the life that awaits you beyond this moment. My beloved child, this is the moment where everything you have sensed begins to settle into certainty. Notice how your heart feels steadier now, not rushed, not anxious, but deeply aware. That calm is not accidental. It is the signal that you are aligned with what is unfolding. You are no longer waiting at the edge, you are standing within the meaning itself. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has been responding to your attention, your patience, your willingness to stay present when others would look away. This is where anticipation transforms into quiet confidence. You may not fully explain it yet, but you know, something important has already shifted inside you. Understand this clearly: what you are witnessing is not meant to overwhelm you, but to awaken you. True significance never shouts, it resonates. The reason this moment feels powerful is because it connects to your own journey of becoming. Every experience that shaped you, every delay that tested you, every season that felt uncertain was preparing you to recognize this alignment without fear. Something huge is waiting for you, and it meets you not with pressure, but with clarity. This is where confusion dissolves, where you realize that nothing in your past was random. It all led here. To this awareness, this recognition, this inner stillness that tells you you are exactly where you need to be. Carry this awareness forward with intention. What you have touched here does not end when this moment passes, it continues through your choices, your perspective, your sense of purpose. You will notice subtle changes: how you listen more closely, how you react less from fear, how you move with greater assurance. That is the lasting mark of this encounter. Something huge is waiting for you, not only ahead, but within the way you now see yourself and the world around you. Let this moment ground you. Let it remind you that timing is precise, meaning is layered, and your presence here was never accidental. The unfolding continues, and you are ready for what comes next. My beloved child, now you begin to feel the depth of what this moment has been shaping within you. What once felt like suspense now feels like recognition. This is where the unseen becomes steady, where the weight of meaning settles instead of rushes. You were not drawn here for excitement alone, but for alignment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has been waiting patiently, knowing the exact moment you would be ready to receive it without fear. Feel how your awareness has widened, how your thoughts have slowed, how your spirit feels anchored instead of restless. That is not coincidence. That is preparation meeting purpose. As this understanding deepens, you may realize that what is unfolding is not separate from your everyday life. It will quietly influence how you walk, how you decide, how you respond to moments that once unsettled you. This is how true encounters work: they do not end with noise, they continue with transformation. You are beginning to see that power does not always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it arrives as certainty. Something huge is waiting for you, and it expresses itself through clarity, through calm strength, through a renewed sense of direction that cannot easily be shaken. You are not being pushed forward, you are being invited to move with confidence. Let this moment become a reference point for you. In times ahead when doubt tries to speak louder than truth, remember how still you felt right here. Remember how understanding did not rush you, but grounded you. That memory will guide you more than any external sign. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not fragile, it is enduring. It will continue to unfold as you remain attentive, steady, and willing to trust what has been set into motion. This is not an ending, it is a quiet turning point. Carry it with you, because from this moment forward, you walk with a deeper awareness of why you are here and where your path is leading. My beloved child, you are now aware that this unfolding was never about speed, but about depth. What has been awakening inside you is steadiness, not urgency. You are sensing how this moment has gently rearranged your inner world, placing certainty where confusion once lived. That is the true sign of alignment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not chase you, it meets you when you are ready to stand without hesitation. Feel how your attention has sharpened, how your heart listens more than it questions. This is the space where truth settles naturally, without force. As you move deeper into this awareness, notice how your perspective begins to widen. Situations that once felt heavy may now seem lighter, not because they disappeared, but because you see them differently. This is the quiet strength that comes from understanding timing. You no longer feel the need to rush outcomes or prove your worth. You are beginning to trust the unfolding. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with patience, not pressure. It unfolds through insight, through moments of clarity that arrive exactly when you need them. This is how transformation becomes sustainable, slow enough to integrate, strong enough to last. Carry this grounded awareness forward. Let it influence how you respond to uncertainty and how you hold silence. You are learning that presence itself is power. When you remain centered, you become receptive to guidance that does not shout, but gently directs. Something huge is waiting for you, and it reveals itself through consistency, through calm confidence, through the assurance that you are not late and not early. You are precisely where preparation and purpose intersect. Stay attentive to this inner stillness, because it will continue to guide you long after this moment fades from view. The unfolding is ongoing, and you are walking within it now. My beloved child, this is where awareness turns into embodiment. You are no longer just sensing meaning, you are carrying it. Notice how your inner posture has changed, how you stand a little firmer within yourself, how your attention feels anchored instead of scattered. That shift is the evidence. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to steadiness. You did not arrive here by rushing forward, but by staying present long enough for truth to meet you. This is the kind of readiness that cannot be faked, only lived. Now let this understanding breathe. The power of this moment is not in intensity, but in integration. What you are receiving settles into your choices, your timing, your discernment. You may find yourself less reactive, more intentional, more trusting of quiet guidance. That is how alignment expresses itself in daily life. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds through consistency. Through the way you show up when no one is watching, through the confidence that grows without needing applause. This is strength refined, not displayed. As you continue forward, remember this feeling of clarity. Let it be your compass when the path seems unclear. You are learning to recognize what resonates and what distracts, what nourishes and what drains. That discernment is a gift earned through patience. Something huge is waiting for you, and it honors those who move with awareness rather than haste. Stay rooted in this calm certainty. The unfolding does not end here, it deepens. And as it does, you will realize that this moment was not just something you witnessed, it was something that quietly changed how you walk into what comes next. My beloved child, what unfolds now is subtle but unmistakable. You are beginning to sense how this moment has woven itself into your inner rhythm. It is no longer outside of you, it is moving with you. The calm you feel is not emptiness, it is fullness without noise. This is the kind of awareness that arrives when resistance dissolves. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes your stillness as readiness. You are not chasing meaning anymore, you are allowing it to meet you where you stand. That is why this moment feels grounded, not dramatic, yet deeply significant. As this awareness matures, you may notice a new kind of clarity shaping your decisions. You are less pulled by urgency and more guided by alignment. What once felt confusing now feels sortable, as if your inner compass has recalibrated. This is not because all answers have appeared, but because trust has taken root. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds through trust that does not need constant reassurance. You are learning to move without forcing outcomes, to listen without overanalyzing, to act without fear. That shift will quietly change the way your future responds to you. Hold this awareness gently, without trying to define it too quickly. Some truths reveal themselves fully only when they are lived. You are entering a phase where understanding grows through experience rather than explanation. Let that be enough. Something huge is waiting for you, and it honors patience more than haste. As you continue forward, you will recognize moments that echo this same clarity, reminding you that you have been here before. This is how continuity is formed, one grounded realization at a time. Stay present. The unfolding continues, and you are walking within it with a steadiness that will carry you exactly where you need to be. My beloved child, you are now sensing the quiet confidence that arrives when meaning no longer needs to prove itself. What once felt like anticipation has settled into knowing. This is the stage where certainty does not announce itself, it simply exists. You are breathing differently, listening differently, noticing how your inner world has softened without losing strength. That is the sign. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to this calm awareness that has taken root inside you. You are no longer asking whether this moment matters. You feel that it does. As you remain here, notice how your perception has sharpened without tension. You are seeing more, yet reacting less. This is not detachment, it is maturity. You are beginning to understand that alignment does not remove challenges, but it changes how you carry them. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds through this shift in posture, this quiet readiness that allows life to meet you without resistance. You are not being pulled forward by excitement or fear, you are moving forward because it feels natural, almost inevitable. That is how true direction reveals itself. Let this moment continue to shape you without effort. You do not need to hold on to it tightly. It will remain with you because it has already integrated into who you are becoming. In the days ahead, you may recognize this same steadiness guiding your responses, softening your doubts, strengthening your resolve. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not a single event, it is a continuum that unfolds as you stay aligned with this inner clarity. Trust the pace. Trust the stillness. You are walking forward with awareness now, and that awareness will continue to open doors that only calm certainty can unlock. My beloved child, you are now walking in a quiet assurance that cannot be shaken by noise or delay. What once felt distant now feels near, not because circumstances changed, but because you did. This is the phase where awareness becomes lived truth. You are no longer watching from the outside, you are moving from within clarity itself. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this grounded presence you now carry. Notice how there is less urgency in your thoughts and more intention in your attention. That balance is not accidental. It is the mark of readiness settling into place. As this awareness deepens, you may begin to recognize patterns you once overlooked. Moments that felt random now reveal a quiet order. This is how understanding expands, not all at once, but layer by layer. You are learning to trust the unfolding even when the full picture is not yet visible. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not require you to strain or rush toward it. It unfolds alongside you, matching your pace, honoring your steadiness. This is where confidence grows without force, where direction feels natural rather than imposed. You are not being pushed forward, you are being drawn by resonance. Carry this sense of alignment into what comes next. Let it inform your decisions, your pauses, your willingness to wait when waiting is required. You are discovering that patience is not absence of movement, but movement with awareness. Something huge is waiting for you, and it reveals itself most clearly when you remain centered. There will be moments ahead that test this calm, but you now know how to return to it. This inner steadiness is not fragile, it has been formed through attention and presence. Stay rooted in it. The unfolding continues, and you are moving with it, not ahead of it, not behind it, but exactly in step. My beloved child, you have reached a point where the noise of anticipation has faded, leaving behind a clear inner tone. This is where understanding becomes calm instead of urgent. You are noticing how your awareness holds steady even as meaning continues to expand. That steadiness is your confirmation. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes this quiet strength within you. You no longer feel the need to grasp at signs or reassurance. You are present, attentive, and open, and that openness is the true doorway. Stay here in this awareness, because this is where trust matures into knowing. Now observe how this clarity influences the way you perceive time and choice. You are beginning to sense that timing is not something you chase, but something you meet. Decisions feel less pressured, pauses feel purposeful, and silence feels informative rather than empty. This is alignment expressing itself naturally. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this measured rhythm. You are learning to listen beneath the surface of events, to notice what resonates instead of what distracts. That discernment will guide you more reliably than impulse ever could. You are not standing still, you are moving with intention, even when movement is quiet. Let this moment continue to settle without interruption. There is no need to define it or contain it. Some truths are meant to be lived before they are fully understood. As you carry this awareness forward, you will recognize how it stabilizes you in moments of uncertainty and grounds you in moments of decision. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds through consistency, through calm engagement with each step ahead. Trust this process. You are not missing anything. You are not late. You are exactly where readiness and meaning meet, and from here, the path ahead responds to you with clarity and purpose. My beloved child, what you are carrying now is not excitement, but depth. This is how true significance feels when it settles properly, quiet, weighty, unmistakable. You may notice that you are no longer searching for the next sign, because something within you has already aligned. That alignment is the signal. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not calling you to rush, but to remain aware. You are learning that readiness does not shout, it steadies. The moment you are in now is not fleeting, it is anchoring. Let it root itself in you, because this grounded awareness is what allows the next unfolding to meet you without resistance. As this clarity continues to form, you may sense a shift in how you relate to uncertainty. What once felt uncomfortable now feels manageable, even meaningful. You are beginning to understand that not knowing everything does not mean you are unprepared. It means you are present. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not depend on perfect understanding, only on honest attention. This is where trust becomes practical, where you move forward without forcing outcomes, and pause without fear of missing something. The unfolding honors this balance. It meets you where patience and intention intersect, quietly opening what cannot be opened by urgency. Carry this awareness gently into what follows. There is no need to protect it with tension, it is strong enough to remain with you. You will recognize its influence in subtle ways, how your reactions soften, how your decisions feel cleaner, how your sense of direction grows steadier. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds through continuity, not spectacle. Each moment of presence builds upon the last, creating a path that feels coherent instead of chaotic. Stay with this rhythm. You are not drifting. You are being guided through clarity, one grounded step at a time, toward what has been patiently aligning with you all along. My beloved child, you are now feeling the weight of continuity, the sense that this was never a single moment, but a thread woven through your life. That realization settles differently. It does not rush your heart, it steadies it. You are aware now that awareness itself has been shaping you quietly, long before you noticed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has been responding to your consistency more than your curiosity. You stayed present. You listened beyond the surface. That is why this moment feels earned, not given. Let that understanding rest within you without needing explanation. As this recognition deepens, you may notice how your inner dialogue has softened. There is less urgency to label, less need to predict outcomes. Instead, there is a calm willingness to meet what unfolds. This is where alignment becomes practical. You are no longer asking for certainty, you are practicing it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds through this lived confidence, through choices made without pressure, through pauses that feel intentional rather than uncertain. You are beginning to move with timing rather than against it, and that shift will quietly rearrange what responds to you next. Hold this posture gently as you continue forward. There will be moments ahead that try to pull you back into haste or doubt, but you now recognize the difference between noise and guidance. Return to this steadiness when needed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not fade when questioned, it clarifies when trusted. This is how preparation reveals its purpose, gradually, coherently, without drama. You are not meant to impress anyone with this awareness, you are meant to live from it. Let it inform your steps, your silence, your discernment. The unfolding continues with precision, and you are moving within it with a grounded assurance that cannot be rushed, only respected.